So I'm hugely supportive of the National Care Service. I think it is a big opportunity, particularly after COVID, to ensure that the care sector has fair work at its heart and actually delivers the care right across Scotland, reducing the postcode lottery that's been identified. So the National Care Service is critical, but what I've set out today is what I think the three cornerstones need to be. The first is to put fair work right at its heart. The care sector is there because of carers, people who live the length and breadth of Scotland working to provide perhaps the most important service of caring for our fellow citizens. And fair work needs to be at the heart to ensure that it's a rewarding career. But the other two elements are ensuring that there is a learning pathway, an apprenticeship model for carers so that they can reinvest in their learning, which is why I made the announcement here at the Care Academy in Inverness. And the last point, though, is to ensure that we have a decentralised approach. So a model that works in, for example, Stornoway probably won't work in the middle of Glasgow, but we need to empower local teams to provide that care. But that can all be done under the banner of a National Care Service, and I think that will attract the confidence of trade unions as well as the wider care sector. The SNP is really keen to see a National Care Service that works. And we can't reform the NHS, we can't deal with the challenges that come with an ageing population unless we have a National Care Service that puts people at its heart. I think the plans have made great progress, but we now need to reflect on some of the points that have been raised by local government, by trade unions, and ensure that we put fair work at its heart, we put that decentralised approach, and also, and lastly, we ensure that care is a rewarding career. So delayed discharge is one of the costliest challenges facing the NHS right now, and it boils down to whether or not there is care packages waiting for individuals who don't need to be in hospital, which is why ensuring that the care sector offers rewarding careers, has fair work at its heart, and ultimately is an attractive place for carers will do a lot to reduce that delayed discharge. And that's why when it comes to the finances, if we can save on the delayed discharge, which is costing the NHS millions of pounds unnecessarily, we can reinvest that in caring.
Humza Yousaf yesterday said it would be foolish to abandon the SNP's progressive agenda. What's your response to that?
I agree with him.
Would you say that some of the things that you're proposing might be considered a kind of step away from that?
Not at all. I think it's very progressive to believe in the inherent dignity and humanity of every human being in Scotland, and to ensure that when they need care and when they need medical assistance, they can access that free at the point of need. I would disagree with that, because ultimately, if we're serious about eradicating poverty, which I am, if we're serious about reinvesting in our public services, which I am, then we need a growing and prosperous economy. You cannot eradicate poverty and reinvest in our public services at the level that we need to if we don't have a growing and prosperous economy. So this is about profits with purpose. This is about a growing economy with a view to reducing poverty in Scotland and reinvesting in our public services.